From Japan to Hollywood, the global rise of Godzilla. Hey there, movie buffs and monster enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the realms of cinema's most iconic figures. Today, we're tackling a legend that's been stomping his way through cities and our hearts for over 6 decades. You guessed it, Godzilla. Have you ever wondered how a giant radioactive lizard from Japan became a global phenomenon, influencing films, culture, and even politics worldwide? Well, grab your popcorn and settle in, because we're about to embark on an epic journey tracing the monstrous rise of Godzilla from his origins in Japan all the way to his blockbuster status in Hollywood. Let's get started. The birth of Godzilla in Japan. Alright, let's set the scene. It's 1954, Japan. The country is still reeling from the devastating impacts of World War II. The memories of Hiroshima and Nagasaki are painfully fresh, and the shadow of nuclear destruction looms large over the nation's collective consciousness. Enter director Ishiro Honda and Toho Studios. They wanted to create a film that wasn't just entertainment but a stark reflection of societal fears. And thus, Godzilla, was born. But Godzilla wasn't just any monster. He was a metaphor, a colossal embodiment of nuclear devastation, awakened and mutated by underwater hydrogen bomb testing. The film tapped into the anxieties of the time, portraying Godzilla's destructive rampage as a direct result of humanity's tampering with nature. When Gojira premiered, it struck a chord with Japanese audiences. It wasn't just a monster flick, it was a poignant commentary on the horrors of nuclear warfare and the vulnerability of mankind. Godzilla became a symbol of the uncontrollable forces unleashed by scientific advancement without ethical considerations. Evolution in Japanese cinema. Now, let's dive into how Godzilla evolved over the years in Japanese cinema. In the Showa era, Godzilla transitioned from a terrifying embodiment of destruction to a more complex character. After the original film's success, sequels began to portray him as a defender against other monstrous threats. Movies like Ghidorah, the Three-Headed Monster, 1964, introduced new kaiju like Mothra and King Ghidorah. Godzilla started fighting alongside or against these creatures, and the films took on a lighter, more adventurous tone. He became a sort of anti-hero, sometimes even saving humanity from greater dangers. The shift catered to broader audiences, including children, making Godzilla a household name in Japan. Heisei-era films, 1984 to 1995. Fast forward to the Heisei era, and Godzilla returned to his darker roots. The Return of Godzilla, 1984, rebooted the franchise, disregarding the lighter sequels. Here, Godzilla was once again a menacing force of nature, emphasizing themes like the threat of nuclear energy and environmental destruction. The special effects saw significant improvements with advances in suitmation and animatronics. The films delved deeper into Godzilla's origins and biology, portraying him as a complex creature rather than a mere monster. The narratives were more serious, reflecting contemporary concerns about technology and its impact on the world. Millennium-era films, 1999 to 2004. In the Millennium era, Toho experimented with standalone stories, each offering a fresh take on the Godzilla mythos. Films like Godzilla, Mothra and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All-Out Attack, 2001, reimagined Godzilla as a vengeful spirit rather than a nuclear mutant. These films often ignored previous continuity, allowing filmmakers creative freedom to explore new themes and ideas. The focus shifted between honoring tradition and innovating the character for modern audiences. This era celebrated Godzilla's legacy while pushing the boundaries of his story. Godzilla's introduction to the West. So, how did Godzilla make his way to the Western world? Let's rewind to 1956 when the original, Gojira, was re-edited and released in the United States as Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Americanized version of 1954 film. The American version inserted actor Raymond Burr into the narrative as a journalist witnessing Godzilla's rampage. Significant portions of the original film were cut or restructured, and new scenes were added to cater to Western audiences. Cultural adaptations. These changes weren't just about language, they altered the film's tone and message. The emphasis on nuclear devastation was downplayed, shifting the focus to monster mayhem and action. While this made the film more palatable to American viewers, it also led to the loss of some of the original's poignant themes. Rise in international popularity. Despite the alterations, the film was a hit, sparking fascination with giant monsters and paving the way for Godzilla's cult following in the West. He began appearing in comic books, cartoons, and merchandise, solidifying his status as an international icon. His influence extended to inspiring other monster movies, contributing to the growth of the genre globally. The 1998 Hollywood adaptation. Now, let's tackle the big one. The 1998 Hollywood adaptation of Godzilla. Production background. Directed by Roland Emmerich, known for blockbuster hits like Independence Day, the film had enormous expectations. The marketing was intense, with teaser campaigns that kept Godzilla's full appearance a secret, building massive hype. Critical and fan reception. But upon release, the film faced heavy criticism. Fans were disappointed with the drastic redesign of Godzilla, who now resembled a giant iguana more than the traditional kaiju. The character's core attributes, his atomic breath, near invulnerability, and symbolic representation, were altered or missing. Critics pointed out the weak plot and lack of depth, and the movie was seen as a generic monster film rather than a true Godzilla story. The fan disappointment was palpable, especially among those who cherished the original symbolism and themes. Despite its shortcomings, the film did spark renewed interest in Godzilla. It highlighted the challenges of adapting beloved characters for new audiences and underscored the importance of staying true to the source material. The lessons learned influenced future adaptations and how studios approached franchise reboots. Revival with Legendary's Monsterverse. Enter Legendary Pictures and their ambitious project, the Monsterverse. Godzilla, 2014. In 2014, Legendary released Godzilla, aiming to reboot the franchise respectfully. Director Gareth Edwards focused on building suspense and awe, often showing the destruction from a human perspective. The film reintroduced Godzilla as a force of nature, balancing modern technology with the classic elements that made the character iconic. Expansion of the universe. The Monsterverse expanded with Kong Skull Island, 2017, which reimagined King Kong and laid the groundwork for a shared universe. Godzilla King of the Monsters, 2019, followed, bringing back fan-favorite kaiju like Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah. The culmination was Godzilla vs. Kong, 2021, an epic showdown that thrilled fans worldwide. Global impact. These films revitalized the Godzilla franchise on an international scale. They achieved significant box office success and reignited interest in monster films. The blend of cutting-edge CGI, faithful character representation, and interconnected storytelling appealed to both new audiences and longtime fans. Godzilla's cultural impact. So, why does Godzilla endure as a cultural icon? Symbolism and themes. Godzilla symbolizes more than just a giant monster. He embodies human fears and societal issues. Initially, he represented the horrors of nuclear war. Over time, he has come to symbolize environmental disasters, the consequences of human environmental neglect, and even natural catastrophes. Influence on pop culture. Godzilla's reach extends far beyond films. He's appeared in video games, inspired music, and been referenced in countless TV shows and books. His legacy has influenced other franchises and creators, contributing to the popularity of the kaiju genre globally. Merchandise and branding. From toys and collectibles to clothing and household items, Godzilla's image is ubiquitous. He's become a merchandising powerhouse, with products catering to all age groups. This widespread presence reinforces his status as a cultural icon. Comparing Japanese and Hollywood interpretations. Let's delve into the differences between Japanese and Hollywood versions of Godzilla. Character design differences. Japanese Godzilla often retains the classic design, a massive, upright creature with rough, textured skin and distinctive dorsal fins. The suitmation technique gives him a unique, somewhat anthropomorphic appearance. Hollywood interpretations, particularly in the Monsterverse, use advanced CGI to create a more detailed and realistic Godzilla. While they preserve key features, there are variations in size, appearance, and abilities to suit different filmmaking styles. Thematic contrasts. Japanese films traditionally use Godzilla to explore complex themes like nuclear anxiety, environmentalism, and social critique. The stories often carry moral messages and reflect societal concerns. Hollywood adaptations tend to emphasize action and spectacle, focusing on entertainment. While some themes are retained, they might be less central, catering to broader international audiences seeking blockbuster thrills. Audience reception. Cultural perceptions influence how audiences receive Godzilla. In Japan, he's a multifaceted symbol with deep roots in national history. International audiences may view him primarily as an exciting monster character. Critiques often revolve around the balance between staying true to the original themes and delivering modern cinematic experiences. The future of Godzilla. What lies ahead for the King of the Monsters? Upcoming projects. There are whispers of future MonsterVerse installments. Potential sequels or spin-offs could explore new storylines, introduce additional kaiju, or delve into the mythology established in previous films. Anime adaptations like Godzilla Singular Point suggest ongoing interest in expanding the franchise across different media. Technological innovations. Advancements in CGI and effects technology open new possibilities for Godzilla films. Improved graphics could offer more immersive and realistic depictions. Virtual reality experiences might allow fans to step into Godzilla's world, experiencing the scale and spectacle firsthand. Godzilla's role today. Godzilla remains relevant by evolving with the times. His stories can address contemporary issues like climate change, technological ethics, and global cooperation. By adapting to modern contexts, Godzilla can continue to resonate with new generations while honoring his storied legacy. From his creation as a symbol of nuclear devastation to his role as a global entertainment icon, Godzilla's evolution reflects changes in society and film. His journey mirrors our own fears, hopes, and technological advancements. Godzilla's impact on cinema and culture is undeniable. He's inspired countless filmmakers, artists, and fans. His stories transcend language and borders, proving the power of film as a universal medium. Godzilla is more than just a movie monster. He's a cultural phenomenon that unites fans worldwide. Whether you're a die-hard aficionado or a casual viewer, his tales offer thrilling entertainment and thoughtful commentary. So why not dive into the films and experience the legend for yourself? Trust me, there's a Godzilla story out there that will capture your imagination. Thanks for joining me on this epic adventure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, share with your friends, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of cinema. Got a favorite Godzilla moment or film? Drop it in the comments below. Let's get the conversation roaring. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the colossal wonders of the world. Peace out.